I think we are live. Do you think?
Sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Was that what we call the cold open?
Yeah.
Just staring like blankly at each other.
And saying, I think we're
live.
Are there any microphone problems? Can you hear us well? And all those things. I don't know. People will tell us on chat. I better tweet actually people that we are doing this, because otherwise it's just going to be our mums. Again,
I don't think my mum's watching.
No, oh god, it's just going to be my mum.
My mum's busy at a wedding today. So.
Yeah, my mum's English is not that good, so it's not.
Maybe we should do this in Lithuanian.
No, maybe. Oh my god. There is a slight echo. Oh god, I don't even know why that slight echo exists, if I'm honest.
Maybe it's because we're doing it in a tiny room.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe I go turn the camera microphone off, and that might help actually. And we'll find out if the echo disappears. You maybe operated our camera maybe on mode. Maybe if the echo is gone for some reason, let us know. It sounds a bit like there's a dinner party going on in the next room. Jesus Christ. If the echo is gone for some reason.
Well, maybe there is a dinner party, but we weren't invited, so.
Yeah. It sounds like we're copying the sounds. I wouldn't. There's only one microphone plugged in.
Well, maybe there is.
God, this is a good start. Live streaming is easy. Nothing ever goes wrong.
We're like pros.
Yeah, I know.
Hi campers. Welcome to the NPI live stream. This is what happens when we try and go live. We're like pros. For the first 5 minutes we're talking about, it's like a Skype call, right? You're like, the first 5 minutes, it's like, can you hear me? Hi. Can you hear me?
I'm guessing no one's saying that anything's different, so maybe it is the same. Are we sure that our own speakers are turned off? Yes, they are. Our own speakers are turned off, and everything else is turned off, and I don't know. Actually, maybe there's one thing I can, if I do that. Does that help? Are we any better right now? We'll see. We'll find out. If we're not,
oh no.
Echo.
Oh
echo,
no, oh no,
echo.
oh no, oh
okay.
no, oh no.
We might just worked apparently.
Hurrah!
Perfect. Hurrah! Yay! I am a genius, a wunderkind. I'm
Wunderkind.
yeah, the best of the best at technology.
Practicing your German for Essenspiel.
Yes. Shall we talk about how it's been going for us and let people, you know, give them time to think of amazing questions, the best questions ever. We believe in you. You're gonna be
so
just
smart.
So awesome at asking questions. Anyway, so it's been 6 months since our Kickstarter. And our goal initially, and the sort of broad vision, was that we will do one video.
We had a vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do one video a week, and it's going to be really great. And there are many reasons for that. First of all, having a schedule is great from a work perspective because it just kind of gives you a way to compartmentalize everything, right?
And to get our bums in gear.
Yeah.
And actually do this.
Yeah, and the other reason is also because YouTube likes it when you upload at least one video a week, and then it pushes your things out faster and stuff like that. And if you have a regular day on which you publish stuff, that's better. And it's just extra nice little things that just make it worthwhile, basically.
You know, time is arbitrary, though, right?
Yeah. But the thing that we found is that because I'm doing, no pun included, right now full time and have been since November or something like that. But because Elaine is not, right?
I just got home from work like 10 minutes ago, so.
It's still proving excessively hard. And we've learned other things along the way as well, like about the Kickstarter itself and how we've done it and how we would do things differently. For example, we have that goes out to like 62 people, if I'm not mistaken, which is stupid because that newsletter should go out to absolutely everyone who backed us, really. And that's fine. We're going to keep it like that for this year, but next year we're going to make things like that should be more accessible. And we've also worked out some promos already with some publishers for next year's Kickstarter. Yeah. And some of them are not very defined, but we know that we're doing something with them, and they're especially publishers that we like working with. And on top of that, we want promos that are cards, because cards are easier to ship and easier to package, and it takes so much less time than what it took right now. and we don't want to, you know, we want the Kickstarter funds to go to making this channel work rather than shipping costs, and you know, so that kind of thing is really important to us. So we're learning lessons, and we're basically applying them to what we're going to do next year. Yeah. Speaking of next year, we have a very big goal next year, and for that person to no longer be working full-time at her job and working full-time at No Pun Included. And that means that not probably will you only see one video a week regularly from then on. You'll probably see some really amazing things happen, because she...
So if you don't want that, then...
yeah, she's the driving force behind our creativity. Shall we tell them a little bit on what you're working on right now for next week? Because you have a project.
Do I? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
So Efka said to me, I would like you to design a Rube Goldberg machine. And for those of you who don't know what that is, Rube Goldberg was a comic strip writer who... in his comic strips, designed these intricate contraptions for doing something really simple. And I said, yeah, okay, that sounds like fun. Oh, but it has to have fire in it. Okay, right. And it has to be outside. Okay, because and I want sparklers. I want something to do with sparklers in it. Okay, so that's what I'm working on for Wednesday. Yeah, having fun with that.
Yeah.
I haven't set fire to anything yet. So.
No, but you had some brilliant ideas, and some of your ideas really could potentially set fire to a lot of things, so...
We'll try.
I'm looking forward to it, yeah. But yeah, so this is a little bit of a behind the scenes into what Elaine does, and she does a lot more. I think you're instrumental in... us deciding on what games we should review and not, because if it's just me, I sometimes get a little bit lost in is this actually as good as I think it is or not. And you have a very definitive way of just compartmentalizing games into this is definitely what we should be focusing on, and this is definitely not. Yeah,
thank you. We had a comment, this sounds like making s'mores. That could be the big finish of the Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite complicated to make. I've never made a s'more, so that may not be the goal in the end.
No, okay.
Maybe eating s'mores. I could do that probably. I've heard they're very nice. And they're made with something called graham crackers, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or graham. Anywho, we have some questions, so I guess we best start answering those, right? Yes, Monies, could you start accepting quids in some other way but selling that Gloomhaven module? I'm not sure if it's worth to buy this every month.
No, you don't want 1,000 digital copies of Gloomhaven.
No, I mean, if you really want to back us at that amount every month or every couple of months, you can keep buying it. All the money, 100% of the money goes to us, apart from credit card fees, which are...
Or goes to Efka, I don't see
which are going to happen either way you do it.
This thing's turning up in the post, this wig or this thing is turning up in the post for the next video, so that's what your money goes to, by the way, buying us crap for our next videos.
We actually, I'm a very big supporter of an idea of having just a pledge level next year where we have only one copy of this. Basically, one person can back this, and it's called A Box of Guff. And you will get all the guff that we bought for making videos. So, there's a Nerf gun and a broken wig and Viking helmet. Do we still have that? Yeah. You'll get a ruined bald cap.
Noddy walkie-talkies.
Noddy walkie-talkies.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a one-off, unique kind of item, and it's going to cost you a lot of money, obviously. Anyway, so not at the moment, and the reason for that is because, again, we don't want to dilute things too much for next year's Kickstarter, so at least this way, if you support us by getting the digital Gloomhaven adventure, you're getting something in return. But yeah, just hang on tight till next year's Kickstarter, and we really, really appreciate you wanting to support us. That's really nice. What's it like being so close to Quinn's? What does he smell like? He smells a bit like old ladies.
Like lavender.
Yeah, like lavender.
Lavender and Werther's Originals.
Yeah.
Stress and Success.
Yeah, he's less laid back than you would think, but I think he's a very, very smart guy.
His apartment smelt slightly like spring onion because he was growing a spring onion on the windowsill.
And also oat milk, because he didn't have regular milk. He gave us oat milk, and that was so delicious that we went out and bought our own oat milk.
When we say regular milk, we mean soy milk, actually, because that's what I've been having.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had oat milk.
It was very fortuitous. We don't really spend a lot of time with Quinns, but we got to spend almost 2 days together because things fell near each other, and that was it.
I never got that close. I was not invited to get that close, so I don't know.
You were anyway. Question: what video are you most looking forward to recording for an Essen release? For an Essen release, that's hard to say. I guess looking forward to is probably the wrong word, more like anxious and stressed. But we really don't know. That's the whole thing. A lot of publishers often contact us and say, can you review our game? And we're like, we don't know. You kind of have to send the game to us. And even if we do things like watch a preview or read a rule book or, read people's impressions and stuff like that, it doesn't really help us because that's not our take on the game. And we want to bring you games that are interesting. They don't necessarily have to be good or bad. They just have to be interesting. And we think, for example, we ended up not liking Seventh Continent very much. And I know that was a controversial opinion, but I think both of us, me more than you, enjoyed the first 5 hours or so of the game. And, I was really digging it. Like the first 2 hours, it's not really a spoiler. There's a starter island, basically. And the way that starter island was designed, not just from a game mechanisms perspective, but from a narrative perspective, was really, I think, really well fleshed out. And
yeah, no, I would agree with that. Yeah. And
then the rest of it didn't quite follow through. But still, the game is interesting.
But I imagine that would be like.
Yeah.
That wasn't a sentence, but you know what I mean. So if you were really discovering a new continent, the first few hours would be like, wow, this place is really new and exciting, and then you'd be like, oh no, I have to get more of these foods so I don't die or whatever, It would be like that. Oh, can I eat this turtle thing that's crawling around? I don't know. Let's have a go. Oh no, it's made me really ill.
Yeah.
But it probably would actually be like that. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think I like that game overall more than you maybe, but I think you were more excited to begin with.
Well, for me, what really killed me is the couple of add-on courses that I've played. Yeah, and you haven't played the Swamp of Madness one was just I was initially really enjoying it. Again, I thought, oh, okay, the way this is all laid out and how you go about is clever, but then you notice that that cleverness just leads to kind of the same old thing, and very quickly, and it's not as it felt so anticlimactic eventually to get to where I need to be. And just find what I need to find, and I'm like, is that really it? Because I've seen this so many times, and I don't know why I have that expectation of Seventh Continent, because so many games do that, right? But because it set itself up as with such an interesting and unique take on the whole genre of choose your own adventure, and I wanted the story to be more as well, and some people have said, "Oh, it's not a narrative game." Anyway, we're talking about Essen releases and not Seventh Continent.
You were talking about Seventh Continent.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, the thing that I'm looking forward to most filming for Essen is actually our Essen vlog.
Yeah.
Because I think we have the most fun speaking to different people and messing around and filming clips for various games that we play and stuff like that, because we don't play that many games, I suppose, at conventions, but it's nice to look back and go, hey, yeah, I played this game, this was really cool, and look at all these people that we met, and yeah, it's nice. I like that a lot.
Cool. All right. Okay.
Was that a cop-out? Sorry.
Yeah, no, I think that was pretty cool. I don't know why I didn't know this, but what are your favorite games you have played most and have had the longest? Twilight Imperium 3 is the one I've probably had the longest. And then Settlers of Catan. But Settlers of Catan is just because it's the first board game we bought and we still have that copy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. TI3 was the one that stayed, and now that we have TI4, it's not gonna stay because there's no reason for it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we don't get to play games a lot. I mean, we might play them really intensely.
Yeah.
Before we make a video, but then after that we move on to the next thing.
Which is what most reviewers do.
I think so. And I think it's a bit like if you ask, quite often if you ask an artist or a musician or whatever, anyone that does something creative, what's your favourite song that you've written, or what's your favourite piece of art that you've painted, they always say the current... What? Piece of art that you painted?
Yeah, no, sure.
Sculptured or whatever.
Because music and stuff like that, you know, is such a specific word. I just find the word art for paintings very funny, right? It's just like, oh, art, you know. It's almost dismissive, you know. Oh, it's art.
Well, okay, but my point was...
No, I get it.
I think a lot of creative people will say the thing that I'm working on now, because it's the newest thing, it's the freshest thing, it's the thing that you're most invested in. And so the games that we're currently playing, that's always kind of my favourite thing that I'm playing right now.
Do you want to go back to anything? What do you miss playing most?
What do I miss playing? I miss playing anything that's story-based.
Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective for you, probably.
Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, although I wish there were more kind of storytelling games, and I wish they weren't necessarily Sherlock Holmes or whatever.
Well, there's the Mythos Tales, which we haven't tried yet.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
But okay, I wish they weren't. I wish they were their own thing sometimes.
I know what you mean. I guess for me, yeah, the game, I can tell you what I miss playing most, and that's Forbidden Stars, and it's because it takes so long, but I really enjoyed our plays of it.
Yeah, me too.
I really want to go back to and play that, and yeah, we've had that for a while. What is your favorite game to play? I guess we've just answered that, kind of, yeah. What was the biggest lesson you learned?
My favourite game to play is Push Efka.
From last year's Kickstarter. I guess we've covered that as well.
Lesson you've learned.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I learned any lessons.
I did. I guess structuring the campaign in a different way, but that's not really exciting stuff. I guess, and because...
Oh, I know what I learned from... the lesson is that people are really, really kind.
Yeah.
And I'm a cynic by nature, and I was like, no, we're not going to get any money, and everyone's going to just be like laughing at us.
She is like that.
And it wasn't like that at all, because people are lovely, and people gave us money and things, and we were so very humbled by that, and so very grateful for everyone.
Okay, next up. Many YouTube channels seem to be dedicated to fun, casual play. Great. Recommendation for competitive gamers. My group loves cutthroat strategizing. Haven't found a good resource for that. I guess I don't...
I'll let you field this one.
I mean, there's so many... Like, do you mean like you looking for some sort of a person or channel or group or whatever that cover more cutthroat competitive games? You can look into Heavy Cardboard. They cover, like, you know, heavy games, and they are by nature pretty competitive and cutthroat. Unless you don't like heavy Euros, then, or 18xx games, then maybe don't listen to Heavy Cardboard. Otherwise, they do a pretty good job, I think. Yeah, there you go. Sparklets make everything better. I agree. A note and suggestion. There is a serious issue with outreach. I'm trying... jumped a lot. I'm trying to check your Twitter and channel several times a week, but I didn't know about this live stream. We tweeted about it, and we also posted it on Facebook and stuff like that. I guess if you really want to make sure you're, like, stay included, we can't tweet every single, you know, day that we're doing this, because It's just going to annoy people.
But you have a point.
Yeah.
You do have a point.
You do have a good point.
Because I didn't know what time this live stream started until I rang Efka to say, shall I bring some dinner home? And he was like, no, we have to start the live stream as soon as you get home from work. Yeah. So you have a very good point, and we probably didn't publicise this as much as we could have.
I did tweet about it today. I did tweet about it a couple of days ago.
You did.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, let's shove it down people's throats. That's...
here's the thing. If you want Twitter to make us more visible to you, just continuously like whatever we tweet. Yeah, just click the like button. Because if you don't, Twitter thinks that, nobody's interested. You don't care, right? That's it, really.
It's true.
Hello, I think you need to speak on the other side of the micro. That side does not record anything. If there's an audio issue, again, let us know. Will you use a Patreon-like service in the future so that we can support you? Yes, Kickstarter. Not Patreon. Well, we don't know. Basically, there's a lot of debating going on, and between what we should use and stuff.
Between us, yeah.
And
we're not sure.
We're not sure.
Is the answer.
Yeah,
really.
Kickstarter.
Maybe.
Kickstarter most likely, but maybe Patreon. We don't know. We'll see. What is
the oldest game we own that we still play a lot? It comes to replayability. We don't do the replayability thing a lot. Which is a shame.
Yeah, it is, but otherwise we wouldn't be able to cover games if we stuck around and played the same games from time to time. No. The oldest game we still...
The oldest game that we have is probably the Alice in Wonderland game, but I don't think we've ever played that.
We do break out Mastermind from time to time.
We do break out Mastermind, yeah. Because I really like that game.
And it is pretty old. There you go.
And it's from 1970 something. So.
Yeah. Hey guys, love your reviews. Do you think you'll do one for Apocrypha? Now, remind me again, Apocrypha, I believe, is the one that is like Pathfinder adventure system, but not Pathfinder, basically.
Okay.
And...
I don't know that.
No, we probably will not be covering Apocrypha unless we somehow stumble onto it organically and then go, oh, actually, this is a lot more surprising than I thought. Which just might be the case. I didn't particularly gel with Pathfinder Adventure System, and I think you played it as well a long time ago.
I enjoyed it, but it didn't feel different enough at the time from something like Dungeons and Dragons for me to get really excited about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, because we were playing a lot of role-playing games at the time, so...
And I've really liked role-playing games.
Yeah, why play this when we can just play D&D?
Yeah,
that was always the sort of weird thing about dungeon crawlers. Sorry, I was talking over you.
Yeah, happens a lot.
Okay, so it seems all cats in the area have a chance to get a copy of that module. Fantastic. Well done for cats. I love your videos, guys. Good work. I don't know if they asked already, but what are your top 3 games of the year so far? Ooh, spoilers much, right? I don't know, Elaine. What are your top 3 games of the year so far? Excluding Gloomhaven, because we can't say whether we like or didn't like.
I have the memory of a goldfish, so unless I've played it this morning, I have no idea what I've even played this year.
Yeah. Okay, for me it's pretty simple. Meeple Circus, because Meeple Circus, it's really good.
Oh, I did enjoy Twilight Imperium 4.
Yes, which is a big thing for you because you didn't like 3.
No.
No.
I didn't enjoy 3. Okay. I did really like TI4 though.
What did I like this year a lot? Tough question. We really dug Anachrony, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes. After we played Lisboa, we talked about how Anachrony felt so easy.
That's true.
Yeah.
I did enjoy Lisboa. Oh, I enjoyed Whistle Stop too.
You enjoyed Whistle Stop that much?
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to, so...
Okay.
Yeah, I liked Anachrony.
I didn't.
No, I know you didn't. No.
Anyway. So I guess Meeple Circus, TI4... and Anachrony so far. Yeah, that's of the games we've covered, not played but covered. Yeah, because if we have them, and I guess we haven't covered Meeple Circus yet, but we will very soon. Yeah, and everybody knows we like that game, so it doesn't it's not a spoiler, right?
I don't know. We spoke about it on the Hot Opinion Slab, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Okay. Whereas if we say we liked or didn't like Lisboa, that would be spoiling next week's video. And now you know what next week's video is. Your thoughts on Legend of Dragonhold, FFG Consulting Detective. See, I really want to get my hands on that, and I have emailed FFG incessantly about how much I want to get my hands on that. And
how's that worked out?
Well, I'm still waiting. I believe that as soon as it is available, we'll probably have it in our hands, and then we'll be able to tell you all about Legends of Dragonhold, which I keep forgetting the name of all the time. It's such a blah name. Legends of Blum something, you know.
Dragonhold.
Yeah. When you say it in that voice, it makes it sound really epic.
Is that better?
Really epic. Like, it's the most epic... No.
You interrupted my epicness now.
I'm sorry.
I was about to do a thing.
Do you all ever go on tour willing to come to the States to make an appearance to a gaming convention? What are your speaker fees?
Occasionally we go to Slough to visit our parents.
Yes.
Does that count as going on tour?
Also, we've been to other places in England that are very exciting, like Bolton.
Yeah,
and
I went to Newcastle once.
Corby.
That was pretty cool. No, I've never been to Corby.
No? They have the trouser thing. Yeah.
That's literally all they're famous for.
We've been to the States. We've been to the States for the first time this August. Yeah, and we went to Gen Con, and a lot of people came over and said hi, and we're going to Essenspiel. If you're going to be at Essenspiel, then you will definitely have a chance to meet us.
We don't have a speaker fee, by the way.
No,
because that would suggest there was something to be worth paying for.
Yeah, but we will accept plane tickets. Yeah, well, you know.
Or candy.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
Yeah, and I had to check that mouse on my phone. Okay. Will you
ever... It was the mouse pointer.
Will you ever get to the stage of doing a top 100? No, and I can tell you straight away why. Because if we ever did a top video, and maybe next year's Kickstarter will make us do a top something video, it's never going to be 100, because 100 is excessive, and I mean, you just get lost in the whole thing and it becomes slightly meaningless, in my opinion. I really enjoy watching Tom's top 10 videos. I think they're fantastically great, especially when the whole gang's involved. And but we will want to give special focus to the games that we're talking about, because the whole point of, you know, this is the top games or whatever, you know, they are...
Do you know what I think we should do? I think we should do a top 100 in a continuous live stream. Like, people could sponsor that. Like, we could just do, like, I can't even think of a number. 90 hours of filming in one go, in one non-continuous stream.
It's the top 1,000, really.
Top 1,000, right?
Yeah. So basically, we're saying we're gonna do a top something probably in the future, undefined future, but it's not going to be 100, because we want to give special focus to those games and make people see why they are special and why they deserve that praise, if that makes sense. I look at the microphone rather than the camera. I don't know why. Anyway.
I'm just looking nowhere particular. Oh, no, wait, let me answer. Let me finish.
Okay.
So I enjoy watching top 100s, but I agree with you in that I would like to focus more on why I like this or why I don't like this. I don't know why I would put something I didn't like in the top 100. That's a stupid thing to say.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. This is anticipated problem that was gonna happen, basically, because the camera is a DSLR. It's gonna cut out and do that. So
are we back?
I hope we are back. No, we're not back yet.
No, we're not back. Okay.
Yeah, but it's cool. We're gonna get there in a second.
They can hear us, though.
They can hear us. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and there's probably a lot of like microphone bumps and stuff like that, but people will be able to see us in just one moment if you bear with us. Yeah. So DSLRs are funny. They don't let you record for more than 30 minutes. But hey, we're back.
So, next question. So, when is the next Last Place podcast episode? Soon.
Soon.
But unfortunately, it will be with me and not John.
No, unfortunately, I think it'll be great. Okay. But John is very busy right now because he's moved house. He is busy at work. It's his busy time, and he's also busy just making sure that he's covering the videos for his own channel. Just that it feels like he's actually, you know, putting things out, which is fair enough because basically he's super preoccupied. So we decided to do one episode with just me and Elaine, and we think it's going to be great. Soon.
We'll see. Right.
Yeah. How often do you play games before you feel comfortable? It skipped ahead again.
With reviewing them.
Yeah.
So, well, let me start, and then yeah, it depends really on the game. There's some games that we only play a couple of times, but mostly we try and play them with different player counts. So we'll try and play them just us together, and we'll try and play them with like 4 people or 3 people or whatever the maximum player count is for that game, just to get a feel of how they differ.
Every reviewer is going to answer this question in the same exact way, and I see it on every live stream, but it's the same exact answer because it's the answer that works, because there is no defined number.
No.
You know, we played Scythe like 9 times, I think, before we reviewed it or something like that, but we only had to play Meeple Circus like 3 times. Well, once before we knew, how we feel about it, and you know. But we played it like 3 or 4 times or something like that. But yeah, we'll often play games quite a few times, but the number depends on really what we feel is the necessary number.
Deep game. If it's a complicated game, then we'll have we'll play it more. Kisses from France, thank you.
Wait, I think, did we jump again? Yeah, we jumped again.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll come back to the Kisses from France.
Oh no, yeah, okay. How much of playing games has become a job versus enjoyment for playing games since starting a review channel? I don't know. This is obviously a thing that happens, but I mean, we still play games at the end of the day, don't we? It's not like, oh God, I have to play this game, right? No, I mean, occasionally it does get like that because we play something we really don't like, and then we're like, we committed to reviewing this at least on the podcast or something, and we need to play this a bit more than once, and that does not happen very frequently, but a few times.
I think the only thing that really has changed is that I start playing a game now thinking, and automatically I'm thinking, okay, what do I like about this? What don't I like about this? Rather than maybe just playing it for the sake of playing a game.
Yeah, I will frequently open Google Docs and just make notes as I'm playing a game now, which I never used to do before. I'm like, this is how I feel about this right now. Or, this is a funny joke that I thought of. I actually have a document of jokes that just called in tab jokes. And this is how you know I'm completely creatively bankrupt, because there's only one joke in it right now. And that joke goes...
Well, okay, let me preface this. Right?
Okay.
So, I went through this thing of deciding to maybe have a different surname. Not really, but like, so I was thinking like, what do I want to be called? Like Elaine Cake or Elaine Random Object in the Street. And,
anyway, the joke, Elaine.
Okay, Elaine Hummus. No relation.
No relation to what?
You know, hummus.
That's the joke.
So that's it. And that's why we haven't used it. That's why it's still on that page.
It would have been a lot funnier had you not gone through that whole thing of like...
Well, it's not funny anyway. That's why we haven't used it.
I know, but that's the whole point.
Because I was... That's stupid.
We are laughing at you because you're hilarious. Great. Job done. First time watching a live stream on this channel. Love watching the videos.
Hurrah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, could you make a tutorial or a guide on how you are making your videos, including the links to equipment and general advice? Oh no, we're not the best person to do that. Yeah, everything is really...
Step 1, shove all the crap into a corner from the room that no one will see, that the camera won't be able to see.
Yeah, that's a very important step. Step 2, lights. Just get lights.
Step 3, get a camera.
Yeah, and the more money you spend on your camera, the better. That's it, basically. The better it's gonna look. Not your content is not gonna become magically better. I don't want to say the word content. Anyway, your videos will not become magically better, but they will look better, and that's the thing, right? Step 4: spend a lot of time working on it. Just, you know, whatever you don't know how to do, gradually learn how to do it. And step 5, things, don't get disappointed when you don't see the results you want to see. Step 6, don't let out that disappointment onto other people. And step 7, keep at it. That's pretty much, that's the guide. In terms of equipment, it doesn't really matter. Just get whatever, you know, look at reviews on YouTube of cameras and microphones and stuff like that. And buy whatever you can afford that's best out of those things.
And become open to constructive feedback.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What do you miss about the way you play games or experience games now that you make videos?
Nothing, because I never played games very much before we started making videos.
Well, you played role-playing games, but not as many board games.
Yeah, so, I barely... But like... I don't know, as a teenager or whatever.
We played for a few years before you started making videos, I think.
What, board games?
Yeah, board games, yeah. You've definitely played
like a year.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we started not knowing anything, really. When we started making videos, we shouldn't have not been reviewing games because we were like, we really like this! Here's all the reasons why. Which is not the way to do it. Yeah, no.
It wasn't really a review, it was more of a, hey, I like this thing.
Yeah.
I want to share that thing with you, which isn't awful, but it wasn't a review.
No, yeah. And we didn't know anything about camera work or anything like that. We just...
No, we didn't.
We were just like, let's do this! And it was fun. So, yeah, no, I don't know. What do I miss? Nothing, it's fine. I'm enjoying myself when I play games. Still just as much.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. And the amount of people that we've met through this hobby and things is brilliant. So.
Thanks for being yourselves. This is what makes you so compelling. Enjoy us and thank you. I hope we will.
Yeah, me too.
Oh no, this is like jump back. Regarding outreach, what about making a weekly, monthly email with comments on news, sharing plans, etc.? No, it's cool. So, yes.
That sounds like a good idea.
This is the newsletter that we send out to the 60 people. And were we to send it out to more people, we would be punishing the people that backed us on the Kickstarter. Because suddenly the thing that they backed for is no longer just exclusive to them. Which is it was a stupid way of doing it to begin with.
And I don't think we're going to do the same thing next year.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Because you're right.
Sorry, I was just checking if important tweets are happening.
There was a follow-up for the email newsletters. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Greetings from Iowa. Land of corn, pigs, and 7-hour drives to the nearest game conventions. Wow.
7 hours.
That's...
We travelled for 11 hours on a plane. So
7 hours is a lot.
Okay.
Have you played or had any interest in Kingdom Death Monster? Will there be a review if you have? The answer is, do you know Kingdom Death Monster? No. I would say no. It was maybe because I never talk about it much. I guess and
I have the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah, so it's this really massive Kickstarter with like a disproportionate amount of minis. And the minis are very highly detailed, and they're grotesque and stuff like that, and often have a lot of boobs, just straight up naked. Yeah,
yes, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, and it costed like 800 quid to back or something like that.
Yes, the boob minis. I remember seeing that.
Anyway, the answer is likely no, because the effort we would have to go through in finding a copy is just too much, and there's new games coming out all the time. We just unfortunately don't have the capacity and the manpower or the financial power to cover something like that right now.
No.
The answer is no, for the time being.
You don't seem to play many deck builders. Do you not like them?
It's true. We don't play a lot, and I don't like deck builders that much.
Efka enjoys bag building.
I do. Yeah.
But not so much deck building.
No.
I think I enjoy deck building more than you do.
Well, there's one bag building game. That's all it is. There's probably no. That's not true. Automobiles is a bag building game, I guess. Anyway, I like some deck building games. I liked the Quest for El Dorado, which was the Reiner Knizia one. That was fun. Like that. You didn't like it that much. No.
No.
Yeah. Deck builders. I don't have a special fondness for deck builders because I think that some of the earlier ones have really put me off because they're just so exhaustive very quickly. And by that, I don't mean they're tiring to play. Like, you exhaust the game very quickly. I just felt like I arrived at the conclusion way before I wanted to. And that's put me off for a long time. I'm starting to kind of invest myself into deck builders again just by, trying out the new ones like the Reiner Knizia or Clank for that matter. And I'm finding them a lot more interesting than what we've had before. So looks like they're heading in a good direction.
So I wasn't listening. I was reading the question. I'm sorry.
What's the next question?
No, I was reading the questions from Brad, actually. What's your favourite candy? All of them.
All of them.
As long as they don't have pink wafer.
I like Starburst. That's a pretty good candy. Yeah. What is your favourite spirit in Spirit Island? Ocean's Hungry Grasp?
I like all the names. Yeah, I was trying to think of one just then, and I was like, Paulie swims with the fishes. No, that's something else entirely. Yeah, I just like the names. We missed a question, by the way.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah, we did. And like a sensible question, too.
Okay, let's have a look. Oh my god, I skipped again. There we go.
Yeah, what biases, likes, dislikes, blind spots do you think you have when it comes to board games? That is a good question. From our puzzled faces, that is a good question.
I would say there's definitely some. Yeah, I think bad impressions is a very strong bias sometimes. So sometimes you'll play a game and you won't play it in that game's ideal environment. And what I mean by that is, like for example, wrong player count or just the wrong people. You played it with people who weren't necessarily enjoying the game, so they would poo-poo the game or whatever as you're playing it, and you see their point, so you can't help but invest them yourself into that point. So as a reviewer, you have to be really careful to separate yourself and think, is this what I'm feeling, or is this just something I'm agreeing with, but not necessarily think it's
being an echo chamber.
Yeah,
with someone else. Yeah,
it's as big a problem as it should be. So I think that's a tricky one to avoid as reviewers.
I completely agree.
Yeah, actually. Or sometimes even just playing a game in a bad place, like you're in the wrong
environment.
Yeah, like geographically,
in a pub or something.
Yeah, in a pub where you shouldn't really be in a pub, or maybe you should really be in a pub. Yeah.
Right.
Who knows, right? So yeah, there's so many ways you can potentially just give yourself a bad impression of a game when actually you find out that the game is not at all as bad as you thought it was.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Or sometimes it works the other way, where you really like a game and then you probably realize that it's not as good as you thought it was. Yeah,
because you really like the theme, or you really like an element in it.
Yeah. But I mean, by now we're pretty good at spotting that.
We try really hard, and we pick each other up, I think, on things like that. Which is why it's good to work together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have time to play two-player games? What is your favorite light to medium game? Love your creative and funny reviews. Keep them coming. Thank you very much. We
do sometimes. Yeah, we try and play two-player.
Yeah, yeah.
If only to test out what the two-player game is like. really.
Well, is the question exclusively like 2-player games? Do we play just games
like Mastermind?
Like sometimes, not as much as we should probably,
No,
but
hardly at all.
Yeah. I mean, what's the last 2-player game we played? Oh, I keep meaning to play Princess Jing with you, but we never find time. Yeah.
No, we haven't played that yet. I haven't played that yet. Efka has, but I have not yet. But I suppose not. No, we don't really play a lot of 2-player games at all.
No, we play games with just
2 people.
Yeah, but
I can't even remember what the last 2-player game we played was.
Probably Seven Wonders Duel.
No, do you know what it was? It was Deadline.
Oh yeah. Well, that's not exclusively 2-player game. No.
Oh, then I lied. Then it was Seven Wonders Duel.
Oh yeah. This was the moment where the camera blacked out.
Yeah.
Special guest actual LOL anytime soon. More than you would like, actually. More than you would like. You will have a video maybe next week where John will appear, and in the near future there will also be a video where not just John appears, and that's all I'm going to say on that for now. What is your favorite solo solitaire style game right now? Oh, no. Feast for Odin, there you go.
I do not play solo games.
I've never seen you play a game on your own. Yeah.
No. I just don't have the time, honestly.
How do you check for interesting Kickstarters?
Twitter.
It's true. Well, yeah, basically...
Because I'm far more likely to look at a Kickstarter if someone else that I follow on Twitter who I respect or admire says, wow, this game looks great.
Yeah.
Or Facebook, maybe.
But how do they know, right?
Because it's the internet, and they...
No, I know, but they won't know it's great. They'll just be like, I'm really excited by this. But...
Well, no, we don't know anything's great until we get it in our hands.
And that's what I wanted to get at, because like you'll never know whether the game is actually good or not. You just have to bite the bullet. No matter how educated your opinion is, it doesn't really matter, because Yeah, if you see the reflection of an orange in a mirror and it looks tasty and juicy, then great. But if you actually reach for that orange and it's like mouldy on the other side, then that's sad. I can tell you that I take risks with Kickstarter, because as a reviewer, I feel like I have to be like invested in what the zeitgeist is, and so for example, I backed the expansion of Seventh Continent. I know we didn't review it that positively, and we didn't like it in the end that much, but at the same time we feel like that game has so much potential that it is entirely possible that the expansion somewhere down the line might change our minds.
That was Efka's phone buzzing, by the way.
There's
not a bee in the room. Do not worry. We will not get stung.
Yeah, so I just wanted to find out whether it's going to be any good or not, and just backed it.
Someone has said we look transparent.
Maybe
that's a technical issue.
We look transparent. I see. I see what you did.
I don't know. I may have missed a sensible question again.
You guys ever thought about getting into the heavy war games with, say, American Civil War or World War II themes from the typical publishers such as MMP, GMT, or Compass Games? Yes. I'm always kind of put off war games a little bit by that they're not always done sensitively, and you get into this war spirit, and that puts me off, because the only war it is a war game that I've played that I enjoyed was Memoir 44, really, because it's fairly light, but it is a war game.
Yeah, it is fairly light, but the way the cards were done, it felt like you were really being instructed to do things you didn't really want to do, and that's how I guess war would be, because you would be a soldier, you wouldn't necessarily be the, what are they called, general or something. So I don't know. I'm always open to new war games.
I'm just, I mean, they are a bear to get into, and mad props to the people who cover war games, because the amount of effort it takes to actually, you know,
that's also true.
Come to terms with rules and, you know, like understand the intricacies of the game. Just so much respect for those people. But I think if we covered war games, we wouldn't have the time to make videos. We would have to do them
exclusively.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did think about it though.
We did think about just like doing a video in general that looks into war games from a layman's perspective, you know, because that's what we would be. Yeah.
They do require a lot of time and effort that maybe we don't have.
Simply because we do this.
Yeah, and we wouldn't be able to give them the time and respect that they deserve, maybe.
What is the kind of RPG character you are drawn to? High Elf Wizard, perhaps?
Which one of that was that? Which one of us was that too?
I don't know. Both of us, I guess.
Wizard.
Wizard.
No, I hate playing wizards.
No.
You like playing rogues and things.
Yeah, and you
bards.
like playing things that smash things, don't you? Like just blunt.
I do a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like playing characters in RPGs that are supposed to be smashing things, but somehow have this other side to them.
The gentle giant.
Maybe the is that the phrase?
Yeah.
Gentle giant. Okay.
Yeah. Do you feel your on-screen personas are divergent from your day-to-day self? So do you feel that your videos reflect your usual selves?
That's a meta question.
I know, right? Yeah. I mean,
how would we know?
Yeah, they're different, right? The short end of it is
I don't talk about board games continuously in real life.
Yeah, and then repeat the same sentence for 10 times because the scene went wrong.
That would be really weird, wouldn't it? If in real life we're like, oh, what time is the bus? I mean, not the bus. Oh, let me do that again. What time is the bus? What time is the... No, that would just be so bizarre, wouldn't it? Okay, no, people would get really bored.
Yeah. No, we're obviously different on camera than we are in real life, but it's part of having something that's scripted, I guess, and yeah.
I don't think we're totally different people.
No, I still display the emotions I normally display. I just don't display them at the same rapid ratio as I do on camera, right?
Happy, sad, cross.
Apparently we're the loveliest. That's very nice.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm new to the hobby, but I really appreciate the reviews you guys do. Your enthusiasm is contagious, and I love it. Great.
Thank you. That's cool. That's what we strive to do, really.
We're really working on being more accessible to people who are new to the hobby as a channel, because we weren't that when we started. We just assumed everyone knew everything, and
which was ironic because we knew nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So we're working very hard at being more accessible. So if that's working somehow, that's very good news, actually. Recently, the concept of making interesting decisions has seemingly become the most important. It jumped. It has
You're
jumped.
not very good at moving a mouse, are you?
Yeah, it's seemingly become the most important factor in reviews. Having fun has become penultimate at best. I find this pedantic. Pedantic, as in being
picky.
Picky. Yeah, pernickety. I guess I think
because having fun is quite subjective. Your fun might not be my fun. You might like sticking peas up your nose for fun. I don't. So I think the making interesting decisions is a little bit more universal. I mean, I guess interesting is also a bit of a iffy word, but what you find interesting I might not. But but having different decisions to make and having a game that is not exactly the same as lots of other games is more interesting for... I was using the word interesting again. You're going to be sick of the word interesting. For us.
I would like to add that the way we make videos is we try to not just say this is fun or this is that
was my point.
We try to give as kind of broad spectrum view as much as possible, because then people can make up their own minds, and that's kind of like our objective. F-Guy, want to just compliment you about the way you really thoroughly review all the games. It's always very clear to me how the game works. For me, and like no other reviewer, I really follow your thoughts. Thank you very much. There's a spoiler on Kingdom Death Monster regarding and the primitive and alliance gonads. Oh, okay. F-Guy, any thoughts on the new Feld game coming up? Did you try it yet? No, we did not play Merlin yet. Elaine, what's the main difference in games between you and Efka? In taste.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we share quite a lot of the games that we like. I like storytelling games a lot more than Efka does. And Efka likes, I don't know what. Oh, I also like programming games a lot more than Efka does. And I don't know what you like more than me.
There's a programming game I'm excited about from Kramer and Kiesling coming out at
They cross over a lot though.
It's called ReWorld, where you terraform, but not Mars, just worlds. Oh. Yeah. Anywho, yeah, that's a good answer, I think. Is Azul accessible to non-gamers?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Do you have any interest in Favelas releasing in October? Yes, but I don't know much about it. But I do know it exists, and I know who designed it, and I know how it looks like, and I know the general gist of it. Just that, basically. Second question, can you write my nursing APA paper on older adult myths? It's due Monday.
Yes, but you'll fail.
Will we see any playthroughs with you guys in the future? Example, Gloomhaven. Not Gloomhaven, but yes, very soon. How much of your time is spent playing games for fun, for review potential? What other hobbies or passions do you engage in? I, like many people, I like going to the movies, reading books, and maybe dressing up as a gimp occasionally from time to time.
I knew that was going to end with something like that. I don't have time for other hobbies.
That's not true. You like you like sleeping a lot, like abnormal amount. No, I really like films and books. What can I say? And music. I collect vinyl, but not obsessively. I have a very small vinyl collection, and I like to go to cinema once a month, and I make a point of seeing something special, and it won't necessarily be a new film either. Sometimes they do retrospectives, and we go and see those.
Sometimes. I don't really have any interesting hobbies. Collecting used tea bags, perhaps.
Will we? Okay, no, I'm missing something. How much of your time is spent playing games for fun? Review potential. What other hobbies? Oh no, yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Will you review Legend of the Five Rings? Yes, but not soon. Today I almost got Venus Deluxe, but the BGG rank got me skeptical. Please help me. It's very heavy. It's a good crunchy euro. If you like heavy euros, you will like Vinos. It's very elegant in terms of how complicated the game is, but how kind of like when you play it, it just makes sense. And also thematically it makes sense. And it's a very lovely production quality. I love Vital Lacerda games, I'm biased.
Yeah. I struggled more with it than Efka. I still really enjoyed it, but it didn't click into place for me quite like it did for him. So I'm just saying that in case, you know, you do get it and then your brain burns out on the first playthrough.
Have you ever play tested a game? If so, which ones? Yes.
We have.
Yeah,
yes.
We have.
2 I can think of.
Our Gloomhaven adventure, we play tested that. Then we playtested
Meeple Circus.
Meeple Circus. We did playtest that. We playtest an yet to be unannounced title from Matago. We playtested that cat game that Gav designed. Our friend Gavin, who's not. No. We have to do that again. Sorry, folks. Camera's cut out again. But in just a short moment, whilst you're listening to our lovely voices, you will get to see our faces again. You know, if I bump the microphone, I apologize profusely, but this is just how this live stream is working right now. In the
when Efka's nervous, he talks.
In the future, maybe we'll have a better way of live streaming, but DSLRs are very, very annoying. We're back.
Hello.
Hello. Where was I? Gav, our friend Gav, who's not a known board game designer and primarily not a board game designer. But he made a game, they made a game together. They made a game together. Gav and Sarah,
that's true.
And it was about cats. What did the cats do? What was special about the cats?
They went on roofs.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, cats.
It was good. I actually quite liked it. I thought it was a very light game. It was cool. What about the game in Malta?
Was that
not played?
I don't think so.
Scratch that.
Will you guys please do a video review of Twister? Sort of.
Maybe that'll be our Kickstarter stretch goal.
Oh God. Okay. Jumped again. Will you review Campaign for North America? I have no idea what it is. Africa. Are there any themes, subject matters you have seen in games that you have found too off-putting, offensive, and are typically not handled well that may do more harm to the hobby than good? Yeah, not a lot, to be fair, but certainly have. And
yeah, there's one that I didn't like, but it was only my own hang-up, I think.
Really? Are you talking about Raptor again?
No. No, I can't play Raptor though. For those of you who don't know, I can't play Raptor because it makes me cry.
It's true. Did you have had the chance to play Twilight Struggle? Last Q&A, I asked you about your take on it.
No,
still not.
Sorry.
Yeah. Efka's English is better than most native speakers. When and how did he learn English, and when did he come to UK? Do you want to cover that one?
No.
Okay. I came to UK about 9 years ago. I was always very proficient at English since I was a child, but a wee lass. And wait, I was never a lass. That was made up.
I know this.
Anyway, yeah, no, I'm just good at it. I mean, out of all the skills in the world, it's a bit of a rubbish one, because if you're foreign, you might as well speak like a foreigner, because it's not like I'm fooling anyone, right? And nobody really cares, you know? I mean, if they care that you're foreign, they're gonna care already, regardless of how you talk. So, yeah, out of all the skills I have, I'd rather be good at something else.
Like sports ball.
Yeah, sports ball's a pretty good skill to have. If there was any game which you would have invented that you enjoy, what would it be? I
had a dream the other night that I designed a Columbo board game.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll take the Columbo board game also. Game review question. I saw you have Game of Thrones 2nd edition on BGG. What do you think about it? Oh, it's been so long since we played it. Like, forever ago.
Delving into the depths of my brain.
I remember last time I played it with a person who had a grudge with me. And they deliberately eliminated me within the first 15 minutes of the game. Oh. And then I went, screw this. I'm not playing this game for a while. And I haven't. I'm waiting for Battle for Rokugan, which is, I hear similar, but who knows, we'll see. What conventions are you planning to attend? Essenspiel, and then next year we'll see. How do you guys feel about L5R? It's too soon to tell. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you. You don't like L5R because you don't like collectible card games.
But as collectible card games go, I thought it was pretty good. But no, I don't really play them, so I don't really have much to go on.
Have you ever played London in London, or is that too penultimate? Also, what the heck does penultimate mean? Penultimate means the one before ultimate. So if you had a list of numbers from 1 to 10, 9 would be the penultimate number. And you didn't use it correctly. I'm sorry.
Also, it could also be the ultimate pen, like the best pen in the world.
It could be that.
Yeah.
We have not played London. In London,
we took Guilds of London to London though. Does that?
That's as far as that went. Yeah. Oh, Chad has answered penultimate. Favorite type of tea?
Tea flavoured tea.
Yeah, Elaine likes tea flavoured tea, and I like Earl Grey. How boring are we? Did you both ever review a game that afterwards your opinions really changed upon? Which one or two? Nothing.
Yes, but I can't think what it is.
Okay.
Can we come back to that one? Maybe?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
We probably won't come back because we're nearly the end.
Okay, are we?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember. I think there have been a couple though that we've played and yeah, a couple that we've played and we've thought, hey, this is brilliant, and then we've played it a little bit more. I think Seafall was something.
Seafall, yeah, yeah. There we go.
And
yeah.
then we maybe didn't like quite as much after a couple more playthroughs.
Do you play any online or app versions of board games, or do you prefer physical games only? I prefer physical games. I play Through the Ages right now as an app, and it made me. As an app, it's brilliant, but it also made me realize why I don't like Through the Ages very quickly. So because you just have a much bigger sample size. And I enjoy playing. When you say online, do you mean like Tabletopia? No, I don't know. Probably well, no, like as apps, probably, yeah.
Oh no, probably not. Because again, I don't really play solo games. Although it might be with someone else on the other end, I don't really have time for that.
I want to hear more about the Colombo board game.
I didn't get very far. Yeah, but actually, you are shown that was the dream. You are shown the murder, and you have to go about solving or proving. So you know who the murderer is, and you have to go about proving that that person is the murderer. That was as far as my dream got, because I'm not creative enough to come up with anything else.
If you're forced to go to a deserted island right now, what game would you take with you?
I would probably take Twilight Imperium 3 because the box is ginormous and you could maybe make a little boat out of it and sail away.
And it plays longer than TI4, so you'd spend more time just playing. Oh, but it's not a two-player game. Can we take basically one more person with us than TI3?
Okay.
Yeah?
But, well, yeah, okay. You can keep the bits, I'll take the box.
Okay. Well, we'll play it first and then we'll try and escape. No.
Oh, but we could use the pieces to spell out, like, help in the sand.
Or tie them together. Or melt them together into a raft. I know, right? Noria looks interesting but mysterious. Anything you know about it that non-reviewers don't? No, sorry, we don't. Colombo, a mashup of Clue and Mysterium with cigars. Sure, yeah, that sounds good.
That's basically what every episode is, isn't it, really?
For the better holiday play, Cornish Smuggler in Cornwall.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's good, though.
How do you decide what stays on your shelf? Blood Rage is on it. Didn't you not like the game? I did not like Blood Rage.
No, but Efka has a friend that...
yeah, I have a friend that does, and that's really the only reason that it's there. Have you guys tried the newer scenarios to Mansions of Madness? We have not.
No.
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 What is the heaviest board game you both really like? Madeira? Yeah, probably still Madeira, right? From a learning perspective, Vinhos comes close to Madeira. From the heft, it isn't as heavy as Madeira, but from a learning perspective, it is pretty much out there.
Did
I say Vinhos? I meant Lisboa. Or did I say Lisboa? I'm not sure. You're frozen.
I don't know. I don't know. Lisboa, for me.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Generic question. Was it a conscious decision to skip all political talks, agenda and bias on the channel? Is that your dice touch up? Our channel is not politics free. If we don't skip that talk, we just primarily focus on games. We're very politically minded, and yeah, no, we don't skip politics at all.
No.
We just don't
not
focus
consciously,
on it. Yeah.
But I suppose we want the channel to be about the board games. We're trying to showcase.
Yeah.
Again,
but if something is problematic, we will not shy away from that.
What, in the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you wore that 48 badge, right?
48
in
badge.
the recent video. So if that's not political, I don't know what is. You're welcome to visit South Africa anytime you want. Ah, that's very lovely. Is there a game that you disagree with other reviewers on? Dice Tower, Shut Up and Sit Down, for example. Yeah, loads.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, loads. I don't know. Most reviewers really don't like Terra Mystica. Like,
no, you really like it, don't
yeah,
you?
I really like it. I think the only, like, big reviewers that really like Terra Mystica are, like, Shut Up and Sit Down. And Rado doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Tom doesn't like it. I don't think anyone on the Dice Tower likes it. You know, the main Tom, Sam, and Z people. I don't know. Yeah, not many people gel to that game. I mean, reviewer people, but it's generally really popular.
Yeah.
Name a game you love, the other hates, one you have to beg to play.
What's the fairy tale game? Once Upon a Time.
I don't hate that game.
Do you not?
No.
You never want to play that, though.
That's not true.
Okay.
That's really not true. I resent those accusations about my fairy tale preferences.
No.
We're pretty good at that. We're professional. We have to like.
So I was looking at the board game shelf to see if there's something that sparks my memory, but no, not really.
We have to be like, like we have to play these games, right? So yeah. What do you think about Charterstone? I don't know. I haven't played it yet, so sorry. No opinions. Who writes the scripts, or is it a collaboration? I'm going to try and quickly go through these now because we want to wrap it up.
I know. We don't want to bore people.
So, we discuss together, then I do the writing, I do the typing and stuff like that. And then you review them, pretty much, the scripts?
Yeah, look through and
Yeah.
About politics, Brexit the board game, that sounds terrible. If it's not bad enough going through it in real life, I don't want to play a game as well. Thank you.
Have you upgraded components in any of your board games? Yes, we have. I can't remember what it is.
Wait, you've... no.
No, but I've certainly done it.
Yeah, and some inserts as well.
Yeah.
Some wooden inserts too, right?
In continuation about politics, somehow you're not pushing it or enforcing it in the way SUSD do. Really appreciate your way. I don't think they're pushing it, if I'm honest. That's just my opinion. Any interest in light miniature games like Star Wars Legions? Yes.
You have some.
I have some. You don't have much.
Probably. Not so much, no.
Yeah. How do you decide which games to play review next? That's a good question to end on. So that's going to be the last question, and we can answer it properly, right?
Yes.
All right. What's your proper answer?
I've forgotten the question. How do you decide what games to play or review next? It depends what... We try and review things that are maybe people are going to want to watch.
Yeah.
Or things that are new.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. The criteria is interesting. Basically, we have a general caveat that we give to publishers when they ask if they can we send you a copy? And I'm like, sure, we can't promise we'll review it. And it's so heartbreaking to write that every single time because you're basically saying you have to send us, you have to spend money for us to even have a look at it. But really, that's the only way for us to operate sensibly because if we said, yeah, we'll review this game, we'd be reviewing a lot of stuff we don't have the time to review and neglecting the games that are truly important. And I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, I have nothing to say there. Yeah, it's just... I'm just making noise now, sorry. We just make sure it's interesting, really. And what if there was a game called Boring, the Boringest Board Game in the World? Would you play that? Yeah, that sounds interesting. All right. Lots of people said thank you. Well, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. And I had fun. Did you have fun? Yes, it was nice spending time with you guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, we don't do this often, but it's nice when we do it because then we get to chat, and that's really, really cool. Thank you for taking the time to ask all the really a lot of cool questions. And also thank you very much for continuing watching and stuff like that. I will have a new video next week. We've already spoiled it's Lisboa. And then we have some more cool stuff coming up. And yeah, see you later.
Thank you so much.
The cat just jumped onto the window. Right on time, on cue. We're still streaming, by the way. I haven't turned this off yet.
The neighbour's cat.
Yeah.
That only comes in to eat treats and then sods off again.
Yeah. You can see her in the Godfather video.
Oh yeah, that cat.
Anyway, with that, bye-bye.